All right, guys, so I decided to sell my Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund. As you can see, I am up $1,400, and the market was kind of even today, so it'll probably be around $1,450. I think it was a little green today. But the reason I'm doing that is because it's November 29th. December's coming. I think profit taking is going to happen. I made 5% on this swing trade. So now what I'm going to try to do is rebuy on the dip back into either FZROX or maybe FSKAX, the other index fund, the other total market index fund. But the market's very high. I'm going to go through some charts and show you why I am selling, taking profits, because most of the market is held up by the Magnificent Seven. So I just want to break it down and show you. So take a look at FZROX. I'm going to break down a few charts. But if you look at the top 10 holdings, you can see that Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, Meta, more Google, Berkshire Hathaway, Tesla make up 27% of this total portfolio. So now let's look at the charts and see how overextended they are. And this is why I sold, because I'm predicting that we're going to have a pullback in Microsoft, a pullback in Apple, a pullback in Amazon, pullback in Nvidia. And it doesn't mean the companies are doing bad, but people are going to take profits. So let's take a look at the chart. You can see right here, starting with Apple, we are on the year to date. Look at the RSI. It's at 70 on the year to date. Coming back a little bit here, but it's approaching highs. You can see we have highs at 197. It is very close to that. Can we get a pullback in Apple? I would assume. You always want to take profits. Now let's look at Nvidia. Nvidia, 1 year chart, 56. And if you look at the RSI at 70 over here, it wasn't much higher. From 505, it was an RSI of 70 to now an RSI of 56 at 481. So I'm happy to take profits there. Let's go to Microsoft. Looking at Microsoft, look where we are. On the 1 year, 66. We're at 380 right now. And just look at the charts. I mean, look at the 5-year charts. I mean, everything is super extended. It doesn't mean it can't keep going up, but I'm just looking to, I make my 5% on that total market index. And then if these pull back, I'm going to put the money into these individual stocks. But hopefully we can get some good pullbacks coming that it's, December. People are going to start taking profits. Look at Google. It's a good example too. Google on the 1 year chart was $85. And it's ran all the way up from $85 all the way up to, it's a 65% return up to 140. And now it's starting to sell off. So 60% profit right now. So that's why I look at these stocks, especially these index weighted funds, and they're up big. I mean, just going back to Apple real quick, you can see on the 5-year chart, super extended. But look at the 1 year chart. In 1 year, it went all the way from 123 all the way up to 197. It's a 60% return. So for me, it's a no-brainer to start taking some profits on this. Even take a look at Berkshire Hathaway. Look the year-to-date gains on this. 400,000 all the way up here, 27% gains on the year. To me, it's just a no-brainer looking at these big stocks, where they've gone. Look at Amazon. I have a lot of stuff drawn on here. Let me just get rid of this, just to make it a little clearer for everybody. But look at this. Year to date, Amazon was $81 all the way up to $150. 83% gains. So yeah, I'm going to try to pick a top, hope this sells off. I mean, you look at the overall market, look at QQQ, year-to-date gains, went all the way from 260 all the way up to 394. That's 50% gains. So hopefully we can get a little bit of retracement. Hopefully we get some December selling, taking some profits, come down like 10, 15%, and then we'll look to make our reentry. But that's what we're looking at. You can see the RSI super high in QQQ as well. It's 70. Look at the overall SPY. The SPY on the 1 year chart is trading at 70 on the RSI. So, it's just a good predictor normally of being overbought. And we're going to try to trust that theory. Hopefully we just get some nice selling coming off and can sell off at least 10%. But that's my thesis, looking at these stocks, trying to figure out. Because I want to buy the big dogs. I want to buy the Apples, the Microsofts. But I'm not buying Apple at 190. And I'm not going to buy Amazon at 150 when it was just $80. So that's what we're looking at. We'll dollar cost average into these eventually when the market sells off.